Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making gluten-free, no oil, sugar-free banana bread. I've got these super ripe bananas. These are really ripe and I want to use them up, so I thought, perfect, let's make banana bread. And it's a rainy day out there and it just sounded perfect for today. So let's get started. This recipe was inspired by Sweet Simple Vegan. I'm going to link to their information below. I've made a couple of switches. This is gluten-free. They were, the recipe called for oat flour. I'm going to be using cassava flour, which I love. I love the flavor. I use it in pancakes. This is going to be great in the banana bread. So it's definitely a great option and you can substitute it 1-to-1. We're also going to be using dates to sweeten this recipe, and then we've got the bananas, so we really don't need any oil or butter in this recipe. So let me show you what I've got going over here. We're going to start with the dry ingredients first. We have we've got the flour, the cassava flour, we've got baking soda, baking powder, and salt we have in this bowl here. I'm going to give you the exact measurements in the description box. So we've got that going. We're going to set that aside. I've mixed it up to make sure everything's incorporated. The next thing you're going to need is 2 flax eggs. So that's 2 tablespoons of flaxseed and 6 tablespoons of water. And I just mix this up and set it aside so it gets that real eggy-like consistency. So we're going to set that aside. So now I'm going to mash up my bananas in this bowl and get those going. So I mashed up my bananas. We're just going to set these aside. Now we're going to go to our food processor, and I have 1 cup of Medjool dates, pitted of course. So that's going to go into the food processor. So I've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I've got a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And then I've got, this is another substitution. I use soy milk. The original recipe calls for almond milk, and I'm using a ½ cup of that. And then we're just going to mix this up until it is smooth. So our date mixture is nice and smooth, or as smooth as it's going to get. I have an old food processor. I think I really need a new one, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to take the blade out, and then I'm going to add the banana and the flax egg. And then we're just going to use a spoon and stir that in until it's all nice and incorporated. Now the next step is to put our wet into our dry. So here we've got the cassava flour, cinnamon, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. So we're just going to add this in and mix to combine. I've got my oven preheating to 350, and this is going to cook between 50 and 60 minutes. When it, till a toothpick comes out clean. So I'm just going to continue mixing this up. So a couple of things. You can absolutely add some chopped nuts to this if you would like, walnuts or something like that. I'm not a fan of walnuts in my banana bread, so I left those out, but you're more than welcome to do that. Also, you might need to add a little bit of extra milk just to make your batter a little smoother, easier to get in the pan. I added a little bit more milk. But now I've got it in a lined little loaf pan, and I'm going to bake this for about 50 to 60 minutes in a 350-degree oven. So I'll see you back when it's all done. And we are back. It's been about 1 hour and 5 minutes. So I'm going to give this a taste. I'm not going to do anything fancy here. Just take a little piece off. A little crispy on the outside. Really nice. It's just perfectly sweet with the bananas and the dates. Really, really good. This is a great one, like I said, for a rainy day, or if you have leftover bananas. So I hope you give this one a try. Excuse my chewing. Hope you give this one a try. It's good for you, it's good for the animals, and it's good for the planet. And remember, what you put on your plate determines your fate. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, thank you.